Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are filming here at Radiance Skin Therapy in their fabulous lobby. We're always glad to be here. And joining us is the expert from Apple Wellness, Tim O'Brien. Thanks for joining us.
For sure, happy to be here.
Glad to have you. And we're going to talk about, we always talk about health and supplements with you because you have a wealth of knowledge. And the great thing is you've allowed us to just pull whatever questions out of the hat we want to. And really quick before we get too involved, I want to make sure that viewers at home know too that you can actually email us. You can email me, jessa@cw57.tv, your questions for Tim. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's kind of exciting. So viewers at home, we can get your questions asked on air. We're just going to ask our own. How's that sound? Is that okay? Can we bombard you?
One that I've been waiting
Okay.
for 3 segments now.
Go ahead. You ask.
Oh no, I'll just start. No, you start.
Okay, well, my question is embarrassing but true. So, one of the joys of pregnancy, of course, is constant heartburn.
Yeah.
So, what can I do? I can only take so many Tums. You know, there's a limit, I hear, on how many Tums you're supposed to take when you're pregnant. Is there anything else that you recommend just for like good digestive health and keeping those enzymes down where they're supposed to be?
Absolutely. So your good and bad bacteria in your system, especially while pregnant, are always in a race. So whichever one's winning decides the state and the health of the rest of your body. So gut flora or probiotics are the most powerful thing you can take to treat heartburn, because taking a strong probiotic, say a 50 or an 80 billion multiflora, will actually launch your body's natural enzyme production, and you'll break all those foods down much more effectively. So probiotics and enzymes are the second thing that you can actually take in a capsule that will help break your foods down more effectively.
Is that the same stuff that would be like in your yogurts?
Yeah, except in one capsule, like a 50 billion multiflora probiotic.
Bigger scale.
It'll equal about a gallon of yogurt.
Oh,
So-
wow. Okay.
That'll be
So
great
you don't
for
have
you.
to eat a gallon of yogurt. That's wonderful. Well, no offense, Tums, but I'm going to pull back because I think I need to.
Yeah,
It's too
I would
much.
try it. It really helps
Yeah,
a lot.
no, that's super exciting. Thank
Yeah,
you for
for
the
sure,
tip.
for sure.
Love it. Now I want to hear yours.
Okay, my turn. Not to embarrass you at all, but I've always had really painful menstrual cramps.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if you know any supplements that can aid in that relief, or
Yeah.
just before it happens even.
Yeah, absolutely. So just taking a good quality multivitamin that has chelated minerals will help be a good preventative sort of measure.
Okay.
One that's not heat compressed, like the tablets with synthetic nutrients, so all natural and that. But the second thing you can have just super cheap is magnesium. Even if you look at Midol for cramping, and that number one ingredient is magnesium.
Really?
Get it in a chelated form
Interesting.
though. That's going to absorb a lot better than like the oxides and
Okay.
stuff. So that
And
works.
is there anything like food-wise that I can stay away from before it happens, or not?
Yeah, everyone's so different and reacts differently to foods that
Sure.
it's tough to nail down just a couple of foods.
Okay.
So
Well, I'll start with magnesium.
yeah, I think
That's great. Are we
good.
taking notes? Gosh, we
Yeah.
have to watch it back.
No.
What's yours?
My question's a little more along the lines of regulation. So my
Yeah.
understanding is that the manufacturer of supplements is responsible for determining the safety and maybe the efficacy, I don't know, of their supplement. And it's only the FDA's turn to come in is after the product's already on the market. And if there's problems, then the FDA would take action. Is that right?
Yeah, well, yeah, and mostly it's kind of can be scary because
Yeah.
some companies that aren't honest in that can put on the label certain items and it's actually not even in the pill or not at that potency. So you want to look at, whenever you're buying a supplement, first questions is where are they sourcing it from, how are they processing that, and what's the delivery system, is it actually absorbing into the system? And then you want companies that have third-party testing to prove that what they say is on the label is actually in there. So that's another reason to get an expert on your team, someone that knows the industry, knows
Like
the
you.
nutrients, knows the regulations, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to find out those things.
Wow,
It's
yeah,
a great
because I'm
question.
sure there's probably a lot of junk out there that's
Not that great.
Yeah, like you said, maybe they're a little dishonest.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that we ask the question too. We've probably bothered you about this before, but in case viewers at home haven't seen, your team has this wealth of knowledge too. So we can stop in and see you specifically, Tim, but when we come into Apple Wellness, whoever we get on staff is going to know all of our burning questions. Hopefully not burning, that was a bad pun, but all of our questions. Yeah. Good point. So that's fun. And if you at home can't make it in, email us, jessa@cw57.tv, and I will make sure we ask the expert on air.
Awesome.
Tim from Apple Wellness, always a pleasure.
Love
Thank
it.
you so much for joining
For
us
sure,
and
yeah.
answering all of our
Thank you.
questions.
Yeah.
When we return, we're going to talk about Ho Chunk Nation and how they are good for Madison. The executive director is here on Girl Talk after the break.